Josh Duggar's wife, Anna Duggar, is carrying on amid his time in federal prison. Earlier this month, the 19 kids and counting alum, who married into the famed Duggar family in 2008, was seen for the first time in 2 years. Anna was spotted on December 10 in the Duggars' hometown of Arkansas, stepping out to watch one of her sons play basketball. She was seen sporting light blue jeans, a dark plaid blazer, and running shoes. Plus, notably, she still had her wedding ring on. Anna and Josh married in 2008, when they were both 20 years old, and share 7 children together: Mackenzie, Michael, Marcus, Meredith, Mason, Mariella, and Madison. Allegations came out that he had molested several teenage girls, including his own sisters, Jessa Duggar and Jill Duggar, and the latter has largely distanced herself from her family. In her debut memoir released last year, Counting the Cost, she recalled a tense fight between her and her dad, which culminated with her telling him, "You treat me worse than you treat my pedophile brother." Since then, she has shared occasional updates on where their relationship stands, and previously revealed to People, "My father and I do not have one-on-one contact." Moreover, during an appearance on former Disney Channel star Christy Romano's podcast Vulnerable, she shared that their relationship used to be really great, and that her husband, Derek Dillard, trusted my dad, and my dad trusted him. But she noted it's no longer the case. She explained, "Once we started having some differences, it got a little rocky there, to the point where Derek had to have some really hard conversations with my dad." Jill confessed it had definitely taken a turn for the worse since, to the point Derek had to stand up for her, and recalled her husband declaring to his father-in-law, "If you keep contacting her directly, I will have to file a protective order." The Duggar family remains one of reality television's most recognizable broods, even years after they went off air. Fans first met the Duggars in several one-hour TV specials before their own series, 19 Kids and Counting, premiered on TLC in September 2008. The show followed the life of the devout independent Baptist family, including parents Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, and their 19 children: Josh, Jana, John David, Jill, Jessa, Jinger, Joseph, Joza, Joy Anna, Jedidiah, Jeremiah, Jason, James, Justin, Jackson, Johanna, Jennifer, Jordan Grace, and Josie. The show was subsequently canceled in 2015 after eldest son Josh admitted to molesting 5 girls, including some of his sisters, in 2006. After the series was canceled, TLC aired 3-part spin-off series Counting On, which focused on the lives of Jill and her husband Derek Dillard, Jessa, and her husband Ben Seawald, and several of the older Duggar children. Following the success of the initial 3 episodes, TLC announced in March 2016 that Counting On had been picked up for a full season. The show ran for 11 seasons before it was canceled in 2021. So, where are the Duggars now? Keep reading to find out what the family has been up to since their show was canceled. Jim Bob and Michelle still reside in Arkansas, where 19 Kids and Counting was set. They periodically give updates about their lives on the Duggar family blog. However, their last entry was a post about their Christmas love story in December 2023. The eldest Duggar is currently serving time in prison after being found guilty of possessing child pornography. His release is slated for 2032. He tied the knot with wife Anna Duggar in 2008. Together, they share 7 kids: Mackenzie, Michael, Marcus, Meredith, Mason, Mariella, and Madison. Jana married Stephen Wisman in a classic, simple ceremony in front of 500 people in August 2024 after getting engaged in June that year. Though she has had a steady presence on social media over the years, Jana recently started sharing content about married life via her Instagram, including sweet snaps from their Arkansas wedding. Jana's twin brother, John David, tied the knot with wife Abby Duggar in 2018. Together they share 2 kids, daughter Grace, whom they welcomed in January 2020, and son Charlie, whom they welcomed in September 2022. Jill has been married to husband Derek since 2014. Together they share 3 sons: Israel, born April 2015, Samuel, born July 2017, and Frederick, born July 2022. In April 2024, Jill announced the stillbirth of their beautiful baby girl, Isla Marie, at 4 months. "From the moment we found out we were pregnant, we couldn't wait to meet our baby," the couple wrote via Instagram at the time. Isla was much loved from the start, and her 3 big brothers were so excited to introduce her to their world. "We appreciate your prayers as we continue to grieve and heal from the loss of our little Isla Marie." Jessa and husband Ben tied the knot in 2014 and share 5 children together. Sons Spurgeon, born November 2015, Henry, born February 2017, and George, born December 2023, as well as daughters Ivy, born May 2019, and Fern, born February 2021. According to Jessa's Instagram, the former reality personality loves spending time with her family in their Arkansas home. She often chronicles the day-to-day activities of her and her kids, including making sourdough bread from scratch, which she said her whole family approves. Duggar wed former professional soccer player Jeremy Volo in 2016 and settled in Texas for a couple years before heading out west to a suburb of Los Angeles in 2019. Together they share daughters Felicity, born July 2018, and Evangeline, born November 2020. In October 2024, Duggar and Jeremy announced they were expecting their 3rd baby together, due March 2025. In addition to family life, Duggar is a New York Times best-selling author and has written multiple books, including Becoming Free Indeed, which was released in January 2023. She and Jeremy also host the Duggar and Jeremy podcast. Cousin Amy, who was featured in multiple episodes of 19 Kids and Counting during its run, wed husband Dylan King in 2015. They share son Daxton, whom they welcomed in October 2019. Amy has been outspoken about the Duggar family's controversies, particularly Josh's scandals and imprisonment. Along with Jill, she appeared in Prime Video's Shiny Happy People, Duggar Family Secrets docuseries, which premiered on the network in June 2023. Joseph married wife Kendra Duggar in 2017. They share son Garrett, born June 2018, as well as daughters Addison, whom they welcomed in November 2019, and Brooklyn, whom they welcomed in February 2021. It is also rumored that they quietly welcomed a 4th baby in 2023. According to the Duggar family blog, Joseph works in real estate. He and Kendra tend to keep their personal life private. However, as their Instagram page was last updated in 2021, related Josa, who is 1 year younger than Joseph, tied the knot with Lauren Duggar in 2018. They share 3 kids, daughters Bella, born November 2019, and Daisy, whom they privately welcomed in 2022. They also share son Ezra, who is believed to have arrived in 2023. Per the family's website, Josa is a pilot and contractor, and he and Lauren love to work together as a couple on projects. Joy Anna and husband Austin Forsyth exchanged vows in 2017. The following year, they welcomed their first baby, son Gideon. They welcomed daughter Evelyn in August 2020, and another son, Gunnar, in May 2023. Austin is a contractor, and Joy Anna previously said that she loves working on home remodel projects with her husband. Jedediah married Katie Duggar in 2021, and the pair have since welcomed son Truett, born May 2022, and daughter Nora, born June 2023. In July 2024, the couple announced that they were expecting twin girls in a sweet post via Instagram. Jed's twin brother, Jeremiah, got married to wife Hannah Duggar in 2022. They share 2 daughters, Brenly, whom they welcomed Christmas Day that same year, and Brielle, whom they welcomed in February 2024. The 4 youngest Duggar daughters, who are all teenagers as of December 2024, appear to live a private life off social media. Jason wed Maddie Duggar in October 2024, while younger brother Justin tied the knot with wife Claire Duggar in 2021. Neither couple has children. Meanwhile, James and Jackson are not married. The Duggar family has been on television for more than a decade. Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar have one of the largest families in the United States, and it has led them to receive quite a bit of media attention through the years. Though the kids have pretty much grown up on television, it doesn't necessarily mean they're entirely used to it, and some counting on fans are convinced that one Duggar is seriously uncomfortable in front of the camera. Though the family's reality show only premiered in 2008, they were actually on television several times before that. Such a big family meant national attention, and Michelle and Jim Bob were part of various documentaries about having so many children. But it wasn't until 17 Kids and Counting premiered in 2008 that the family's lives actually changed. Counting On first premiered in 2015 after everything came to light with Josh Duggar, and it's been a big part of the family's life ever since. The show now focuses on the Duggar kids as they grow up, get married, and start families of their own. Though it's unclear how much the Duggars are paid for the show, most TLC reality stars make between $25,000 and $40,000 per episode. This means the show has become a major source of income for the family, and they've likely grown pretty dependent on all of that extra cash. The Duggars, overall, seem generally comfortable with filming. It's been a part of their lives for so long, but some Counting On fans can't help but notice that Joy Duggar seems awkward when she's in front of the camera, almost as though she doesn't really want to be there. An older scene from Counting On about courting, which was posted to Reddit, showed Joy sitting front and center and looking extremely uncomfortable. I've noticed that Joy almost always looks like she's mentally noped out of filming. Maybe she's deeply uncomfortable in front of the camera, one Reddit user suggested. Joy seems so out of place and just miserable being forced to sit in on this, another user wrote of the video. Another user said she looks like she's been crying. The Duggars don't let much information about the inner workings of their family out into the public, but it has been suspected that the kids are not allowed to leave the show unless they want to face some kind of repercussion. Jill Duggar and Derek Dillard stopped filming in 2017, and it's believed that it was because Derek did not approve of the way Jim Bob was running things. Once Derek and Jill left, Jill's parents essentially cut ties with them. Even if other Duggars did want to leave the show, it might not be worth it to them if it would mean ending up in the same position as Jill and Derek. The Duggar family members pride themselves on having plenty of kids. The family is very religious, and having kids is part of God's purpose for putting them on earth. Now that some of the kids have grown up and started families of their own, fans can't help but wonder how many children all the Duggar kids will have. And some think that one couple will stop having kids fairly young. When Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar first wed, they actually did use birth control. The two weren't ready to start a family, but plans changed when Michelle learned she was pregnant. Unfortunately, Michelle miscarried, and the two took it as a sign of punishment for using birth control. From that point forward, the Duggars decided that birth control was sinful, and they opened themselves up to having as many children as God wants to give them. Over a little more than 2 decades, the two welcomed 19 kids. Now, many of Michelle and Jim Bob's children have grown up, married, and started families of their own. In 2019, 6 different Duggars announced pregnancies: Jessa, Joy, Anna, Abby, Kendra, and Lauren. Sadly, Joy and Austin Forsyth lost their baby at 20 weeks, but the family welcomed 5 new babies last year, and toward the end of counting on season 10, Michelle said she wouldn't be surprised if there were eventually a year with double the pregnancies, as more Duggars start to court and marry. Fans have started to debate which couples will have the most and least kids. 8 of the 19 kids are married, and all of them have at least one child. But based on age and timing, it seems like Joseph and Kendra Duggar will have the most children. Kendra was only 19 when they married, and she got pregnant right away. Then, the couple announced a second pregnancy before their first child had even turned 1. If they continue to have kids at that pace, they could even surpass Michelle and Jim Bob, and likely have as many as 20 or more children. While some think Joe and Kendra will have the most children, some also think Jessa and Ben Seawold will have the fewest. Jessa and Ben welcomed 3 kids in their first 5 years of marriage, so while they're on pace to have many, fans theorize the two will actually burn out and stop having kids in their early 30s. I can see Ben wanting to stop at 3, but Jessa will want a couple more. We know who will win that argument, one Reddit user wrote. I think Jessa will continue at her current pace until she hits 31 or 32, and then she and Ben will both tap out, another person added. Others said they could see Jessa going for another girl or having a few more. Interestingly, Jessa and Ben have had several kids in a few years, but fans don't seem to think they will keep that pace.